I like being ran. Yes, I like gangbangs. I like being manhandled by several different men at once. If you want to call it being ran, you call it whatever you want. I'm liberated, and I'm a goddess, and I deserve to have hands all over my body. Right. I deserve to be worshipped.
Hello.
Welcome back.
We are The Bridge Reacts. Welcome back to another episode. This is like, what, 9 now?
I think.
We're on a roll. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Marcus. Thank you for noticing me. And my co-host,
Jay. Thank you for spending some time here with us. We're happy to have you.
Me too. Today's topic is going to be about I belong to the streets.
And love it.
That's something you should never hear from your lady. By Chesa Zed. You already reacted to one of his videos before. Check out his content, subscribe to his channel. If you like our channel and our content, please hit the like button, notification bell, and subscribe too. Check out our Instagram live videos on Instagram. Boom. Let's get it.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chesa Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Woman goes viral for saying, I love being gangbanged. I love being handled by several men. I am a goddess.
Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I want to see your reaction to this is very interesting. Not even seeing the video yet.
It came in hot. They
The
told
title.
us all of the main points. Wow, okay. I mean, I gotta hear her reasoning.
Well, a goddess? That's an interesting choice of words for saying, you're getting gangbanged and
Handled by multiple men.
handled by multiple
was
men. Is that
phrasing that was used?
what a goddess does? No.
Clearly, it's up for debate.
Subjective.
It is subjective.
Let's reel it back in.
Yes, I like being ran. Yes, I like gangbangs. I like being manhandled by several different men at once. If you want to call it being ran, you call it whatever you want. I'm liberated, and I'm a goddess, and I deserve to have hands all over my body. Right. I deserve to be worshipped. Like, why not? I deserve that attention.
Sure. Alright, so it comes to you.
Alright, so you guys heard it for yourself. I wasn't making it up. She says, I love being gangbanged.
She did. My first thought is why is that the type of attention that you feel like you deserve? Not to say that you don't deserve total attention, but why is that your focus? I mean,
I don't know.
not me asking.
I don't know.
No, I mean, but that's the question that I have hearing this. I feel like there's a lot of past trauma in that situation.
It sounds like it, to be honest. I mean, she seems like she's okay on the outside, like she's acceptance and she is very consensual in this, and this is just who she is, quote unquote.
Never mind.
Go ahead and say it.
Sounds like Brittany Renner. Doesn't she also have the same kind of
that vibe?
Yeah, I'm just saying she has the same type of I'm sexually liberated perspective.
That term, that phrase it's the death of humanity.
It's troubling.
It's so the definition editing mark is of sexual liberation or liberation in a sexual tense or context. I don't think we can say. Let's not say the S word at all. You can't say the S word. So let's call it S liberation.
Okay.
S liberation. So with S liberation, what is the actual definition of it, and what does it mean to you? I know you're not anywhere in the realm of this young lady. What do you feel? How do you feel about that whole mentality of S liberation? What does that mean to you?
I do think that it's possible for women to experience that type of liberation, but for me, it's within the context of my relationship, with my person, right? Not necessarily with people. That's a very intimate thing. There's a lot of spiritual things going on there.
She's speaking for herself. She said her.
Yes, me. I absolutely can find that type of liberation, but it would be within the bounds of exploring each other
in a relationship.
Getting to know each other on a deeper level.
The new wave of the new modern feminism. What do you think happens to a society that tells their women to go around and be very promiscuous and feel free and just go ahead and have sex as if they are men.
Honestly, it really feels like the downfall of us all. I'm gonna be completely, not to be doom and gloom. If you don't have, and I know I've said this on previous episodes, if we don't have Black unity, we don't have a Black community. And even trying to be like cheesy with the, with the lingo there, but it's like if we are not coming together as a people, then we're not a people. Women being liberated in that aspect is going to promote that, because we as women are naturally more emotional. Our hormones and the fluctuations, we naturally have more emotions. And so I think for those very reasons, that's why we should ideally kind of explore that with a person, not people. In the same breath, you may have various different partners. As you come to that conclusion, eventually most women come to the conclusion, like, I just want to do this with one person. I don't want to, just how long it takes to get there varies from woman to woman.
I guess it ties into modern feminism, or like that
type of liberation.
liberation, right? And how that actually is not
liberating at all.
Or proactive for the Black community.
It's not.
I
feel like it just creates more problems.
Creates more baby mothers and broken homes and single parent homes. Because once again, if you didn't notice, men typically control the access to relationships. Women control the access to sex. Yes or no?
That's a yes.
We're not talking about SA, that's assault. We're not talking about. We're talking about consensual means. Why do you think that would be a great thing for a community to have our women be liberated and so open to having sex with multiple partners, collecting that trauma, and also ruining their emotional intimacy with men?
It's not beneficial to us at all. As quote unquote good as it may feel to be able to do that, like once you really take the time to sit with yourself,
you're not a man,
and you really connect with yourself, it's like you realize that this is not serving me. Like I spiritually don't feel fulfilled. I really hope that we would aspire not to be single mothers. Like I don't think people choose that. I don't think they're going to be like, oh yeah, I want to have kids. Let me choose to be a single mother. I don't think anybody would choose that type of, I don't want to say burden, because children are always a blessing. But when it comes to kind of your day-to-day life, you make a lot of keep a lot of things in consideration as you're trying to go to work or make ends meet, so on and so forth. So I mean, ideally that's not like an ideal situation.
This is some regular chick who you would see in the streets and think like, oh, okay, there goes just a regular person. But she proudly thinks all this is something to get online, brag about, and in her words is an act of worship because she believes she's a goddess. It was viral because there was an obvious divide between people's reactions. There were people who heard this and were like, what?
Put that coffee down.
They were like, that is enough coffee for you, man. Then there was another group of people, which may not come as a surprise to you,
it's not a surprise
were
anymore.
supportive of this. And these people believe more women should embrace this type of mentality. And she defined her behavior as being liberated. Okay, it's not the first time we've heard this type of talk. But as always, man, the internet reacted, and of course, we're going to see what the people had to say. First comment here reads, Jesus, take the wheel and crash the car. Oh, man. First, we have this chick who says, pop your shit, sis, but a goddess understands her feminine energy is not for everyone to have piece of. Yeah, the truth is, when you think of a valuable woman, you don't think of a woman who's out here getting her cheeks clapped, right?
Literally.
Then all types of dudes bust her cheeks, getting trains ran on her.
That's what a lot of, when it comes to liberation, a lot of women, it seems as though they cannot fathom the idea that men do not want women who have a high body count or been with a lot of different men. And it's like they feel offended almost. If you were to and the thing is
I've seen that.
Right, offended to even bring it up. So if you're already offended and a lot of women don't even want to say it, then is there already internal subconscious shame to it anyway? Why lie to yourself and try to act as if you don't know that that's not a great look? in the first place. So we're not promoting men to go out and just have sex with,
we're
or
not
have
promoting men to be hoes, but
right,
like
going around and just, but still, like, you're not men.
like ideally, you know, I don't want men being hoes either, but just the way that
Pookies and Ray Rays.
yes, like don't be a Pookie or a Ray Ray, but like just given the way that men naturally or biologically handle things and the way that they process things, they're not as emotional. You go back in the day, like if you go, you know, years back, men had multiple
Lives.
like like in certain cultures you have men that have multiple women around them. They
Basically
have children from multiple women.
Yeah.
And so I think for that reason men are able to do that. But like we as women, we become emotionally attached when there's a lot of like
And pregnant.
that too. We become emotionally attached, and I think that's something that biologically people don't take into consideration. Like one man could populate the world pretty quickly if he had like a handful of women, because you could just bust off, you know, infinite times. But a woman can only have like almost like a baby and a half in a year.
Handled by multiple men, usually that doesn't equate value. And listen, this principle is the same literally everywhere. The more owners an item, a car, has had, the less valuable it is.
What is more respected, a master key that can unlock many locks, or a lock that can be opened up by many keys?
A master key that opens many locks, because you only that one key opens up at like 30 locks. But if you have one lock that can be opened by any key, you know how many people probably have keys?
More miles usually means less value. And when men think of valuable women, they're not thinking of a woman who's out here getting gangbanged. I mean, this shit's crazy.
Like my coffee, like I like my women.
I just
So
feel
next
like,
comment here comes from
what's the problem? Like, I don't understand why people argue with that point. If for those marriage-minded people who ultimately want to get married, and men are the ones that are doing the marrying, if they're saying, I want a type of woman that's like this and that, why are you, like, how can you get mad at that? Like, that's the real. That's the real. That's the tea. I mean, if that's what the truth is, I mean, what are you going to do? Try to fight it? I mean, it's like...
No, because like what they're really trying to do is trying to change how men should perceive the situation, or how they should feel about promiscuous women, or women who are fully liberated.
But
like, you should like this. It should be okay. We can be just like men. How is it fair that y'all can do this, but we can't do this? Why are y'all allowed to go around and have with other people, but we can't just go around and do whatever? So one big thing is that, like, say for instance, like the AB word. Removing
Sorry,
children.
I was like
I'm using
like
safety words.
A cheat code,
Yeah.
cheat sheet. I didn't know about this.
The AB word, like that, and then having also, of course, birth control, part of like the S liberation movement of making this, I guess, modern women kind of mentality of wanting to go around and try to be like men, S liberated and doing whatever you want and being carefree, but not also understanding the consequences that come along with it. Because that's not ever really talked about as much. It's just like, yeah, do what you want, blah, 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 have fun, blah, blah, yes. There's never the other side of telling the story of like what actually goes wrong with people or individuals, in this case, the women in the community, and how they're no longer even tied to like emotions in a relationship. Like, it's all just the act of sex versus it being that emotional connection that builds a real bond that can be a foundation for families. Which makes community. So.
Community brings on community. So please check out this king here, Chisa Zed. Hopefully I'm saying his name right.
Chisa Zed, same thing.
Great content. Do the same for us in the comments. Let us know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are your thoughts? Be sure to swing through the Instagram. Check out our live show that we have where we interview people. You know, we'd love to connect with you. Let's have some fun.
Have a discussion. And don't be anti-Semitic.
That too.